Episode 2018-09-07.1 The Australian Christian Lobby and Scott Morrison attacking the transgender community.
I would personally like to apologize for anything Tara may say in this recording. The sedatives we gave her have worn off and she found the red cordial, so be prepared for everything and anything.
Parties coming to you live, parties coming to you live, station X95 to Charlie, the big one.
Just when you thought children's education was safe, just when you thought children's television was safe, just when you thought it was safe to let your children go to the mall alone, you thought it was safe to let your children go on school camps. Your worst nightmare has come true. It's worse than stranger danger. It's Attack of the Killer Christians. Coming to a playground near you.
Once again, the un-Australian Christian lobby can't help themselves and then jumping on the ScoMo bandwagon and attacking safe schools. I'm so incensed by this that we're going to go back and revisit the 10 Commandments before we read their tweets.
The 10 Commandments: you shall have no other gods but me.
I worship the god of sex, drugs, rock and roll. Oh, and I love anal sex.
You shall not make for yourself any idol, nor bow down to it or worship it.
I worship penis, vagina, money, coffee, and chocolate.
You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God.
Oh fucking hell, God, what do you expect from us? Jesus Christ, give us a break.
You shall remember and keep the Sabbath day holy.
So do you mean all those Christian losers have to spend all day Sunday praying to God and having sex with priest?
Respect your father and mother.
So does that include when the parents are abusive, maybe even having sex with their own daughters, parents treating their kids worse than animals? Where is the line drawn in this respect thing?
You must not commit murder.
So the murder thing. Jesus was murdered. How many people have been murdered in religious wars? How many Christians are calling for the death sentence for gays? How many of you eat beef, sheep, pig, bacon? Those animals were murdered so you can eat them. Yes, because of you meat eaters, innocent animals are murdered every day. Do you think those animals volunteered to have their lives ended?
You must not commit adultery.
So what do you Christians feel about Barnaby Joyce having an affair with his staff and getting her pregnant while he was still married? What does that say about this respective marriage vows while he was attacking the LGBT community over marriage equality? How many Christians have had affairs while married and yet Christians cast judgment over the LGBT community? Last I looked, on God can judge me for my sins on Judgment Day. Christians need to go and read their Bible from cover to cover.
You must not steal.
How many events have the Christians stolen from the pagans? How many songs have you stolen and changed for your Christian audience? How many LGBT images have you stolen from the LGBT community and used to attack us?
You must not give false evidence against your neighbor.
That has not stopped Christians giving false evidence against the LGBT community. Your community has continually lied and made up facts about our community. You have called us child groomers, when in reality it is the Christian community who protects pedophile priests and have done so for hundreds of years.
You must not be envious of your neighbor's goods.
How much of the assets of the Christian church were stolen? Can the church say it has never benefited from the proceeds of crime? Given how wealthy the Christian church is, how did you amass so much wealth?
You shall not be envious of his house nor his wife, nor anything that belongs to your neighbor.
Given your war on the LGBT community and saying the Bible is specific about what it is to be a man or woman, then if we are to take your word for it, then either it is okay to have sex with your male neighbor and his kids, or do you consider his kids to be the possession of the father? And what rights does the mother have in this, as she is not even mentioned? Are you also implying that the wife is the property of the husband? If so, then good luck getting that point to a stick in 2018. It is thousands of years since those 10 commandments were wrote, and they have no legal power over non-Christians. Christians want a Christian dictatorship, and it is the duty of every non-Christian to overturn the Christian dictatorship. Next week, hear 10 defenses Christian priest pedophiles use to defend raping boys. Let's start with the child asked for, and it brings them closer to God.
So that was a very interesting piece that finished up with a priest raping a child brings them closer to God. So what have we got on here for an Australian Christian lobby for today?
ACL at AC Lobby 5H 5 hours ago. More we agree at Scott Marson. The role of parents should never be supplanted by teachers. #gospel #the project.
Yesterday, you criticised the practice of teachers identifying transgender children. Last night we received a video from a young viewer who has been an advocate in this area for a long time. This is what she had to say.
My name is Evie MacDonald, I'm 13 years old, I'm a transgender kid, and this is what I want to say to the Prime Minister. There are thousands of kids in Australia that are gender diverse, and we don't deserve to be disrespected like that through tweets from our Prime Minister. I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of attitudes like this. I went to a Christian school where I had to pretend to be a boy and spend weeks in conversion therapy. We get one childhood, and mine was stolen from me by attitudes like this.
What do you have to say to her?
Well, I love all Australians and whatever background they come from. The point I was making was simply this. I want kids to be allowed to be kids, and I want parents to be respected as the parents of those children. I don't think teachers get to take the place of parents and the choices that families make. They are the choices that families should make together. There is a place for clinical advice, there is a place for clinical counselling, but at the end of the day, in our schools, I don't want to see teachers taking the role of parents.
But when you say let kids be kids, isn't this about allowing kids to be themselves, be who they are?
I was referring to a practice that has been put in place in schools where others are coming into that conversation and making observations and getting between the role of a parent and that child. And, you know, I believe in family, as we all do. It's a common value across Australia, and I don't think that parents should be supplanted by teachers.
Well, Scott Morrison, as a transgender person, I'm totally disgusted in your attitude. You are a stupid moron. Excuse my French. A lot of parents do not support the LGBT students, and you're showing us your complete pathetic attitudes to our community. You should resign in disgust at what you've been done to us, you and your government. Shame, Morrison, shame. I'm Tara, and I'm so annoyed at Scott that I'm going to end this here today. But you are here to hurt the last of us, Scott Morrison. So, Scott Morrison, grow up or get out of the kitchen. Whinge, whine, moan, whinge, whine, moan. Who do we hate? Gays. Who do we hate? Lesbians. Who do we hate? The transgender community. Who do we hate? Refugees. Who do we hate? Poor people. Who are we? The Stone Age mutant whinging liberals. Stone Age mutant whinging liberals. Heroes of the Stone Age. Liberal power.
Thank you for listening today. Closing, I would like to say the Australian Labor Party, Liberal Party, National Party, Australian Conservatives, One Nation, Australian Christian Lobby, Rupert Murdoch, Pauline Hanson, the Alliance Defending Freedom, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube are fucking big rich cunts. We cannot wait to see you tumble and fall. Just tumble and fall. We just cannot wait to see you tumble and fall.
Do you need some more spice in your life? Need some more sex toys, vibrators, dildos, nipple clamps, bondage material? Then go to Tara's favourite sex store, femplay.com.au, the adult sex store run by females for females. And when you contact them, say Tara sent you.